I am thrilled to be with you once again, dear viewers of Burundi National TV. It's time for English News Edition without further delaying headlines. Following his participation in the 7th extraordinary session of the Conference of the Heads of State and the Government of the Economic Community for Central African States, ECOWAS, this Monday marked the return back of the Head of State, Evariste Ndayishimiye, from Malabo, the capital city of Equatorial Guinea. The government of Burundi has achieved an impressive breastfeeding rate which is beyond the global target 50% by year to 2025. These were the remarks made by the United Nations System representative through UNICEF during the official launch of the activities marking the World Breastfeeding Week. On the presentation of this English News Edition, you are alongside I, Evariste Niyonkuru. Welcome now in details. Honorable Ezekiel Nibigira was officially endorsed by the Economic Community of Central African States, ECOWAS, to succeed Puerto da Biedo Verismo for a non-renewable 5-year term. This decision was made during the extraordinary ECOWAS summit held on Sunday in Malabo of the capital city of Equatorial Guinea. The President of the Republic of Burundi, who also serves as the Special Envoy for the Sahel and the first Vice Chairperson of the African Union, took part in the summit. The story was translated by Mohigwe Marius. This Monday marked the return of the Burundian Head of State, Evariste Ndayishimiye, from Malabo, the capital city of Guinea. He took part in the 7th extraordinary session of the Conference of Head of State and the Government, who are the members of the Economic Community of Central African State, ECOWAS. On the sidelines of the session held on Sunday, 7th September 2025, Ambassador Ezekiel Nibigira was elected as President of ECOWAS. As of the saying top stories, messages of congratulations, encouragement, and support have been extended to the government of Burundi for having achieved an impressive breastfeeding rate of 83%, significantly surpassing the global target of 50% by the year 2025. These remarks were made by the United Nations System representative through UNICEF during the official launch of the activities marking World Breastfeeding Week, held this Monday, 8 September 2025. For more details in this report, Elsie Oror Kamkama.
The International Breastfeeding Day has been launched by the Permanent Secretary in Health Ministry under the theme "Let's support good breastfeeding by setting long-lasting pillars." On behalf of the international organizations operating in Burundi, Mame Selbe Diouf, project manager at UNICEF, has congratulated Burundi as it has reached 83% in breastfeeding, to mean that Burundi has gone beyond 50% of the vision of 2025. She then asked that good habit may be encouraged, especially in cities, as has emphasized even the permanent secretary at the health ministry. He said that 89% of children under 5 years have started to eat just before 1 hour after they were born, and that 83% have not got any other food before 6 months. That breastfeeding week launching has also been an opportunity of testimonies as well as supporting breastfeeding women. Participants have also visited women who have just delivered. Note that before the end of the International Breastfeeding Week, on 14th September, there are planned activities of sanitation that will take place in different places as well as in public ones.
As of the saying so far on top stories, Honorable Ezekiel Nibigira was officially endorsed by the heads of state and the government of the Economic Community of the Central African State, ECOWAS in acronym, to succeed Puerto da Biedo Verismo for a non-renewable 5-year term. This decision was made during the extraordinary ECOWAS summit held on Sunday in Malabo, the capital city of Equatorial Guinea. The President of the Republic of Burundi also serves as the Special Envoy to the Sahel and the first Vice Chairperson of the African Union, took part in the summit. Marius Mohigwe.
S'agissant des points à l'ordre du jour, cette 7e session extraordinaire consistait à la mise sur pied des organes dirigeants de la Commission
Preventing and treating musculoskeletal disorders, joint-related diseases, and other similar conditions is part of the scope of physiotherapy. This was stated by Dr. Deon Ndayishimiye, Director of the Professional Center for Physical Therapy, during a press conference that was held this Monday in Bujumbura. On this occasion, the World Physiotherapy Day, Jackson Irakoze has details.
During that press conference, Dr. Deon Ndayishimiye, founder and general director of the Professional Center for Physiotherapy, SPECINE in French acronym, stated that many pathologies are curable when treated in time. He specifically mentioned speech disorders, rheumatologic conditions, musculoskeletal disorders, adult neurological diseases, as well as neuropediatric conditions, whether congenital or acquired. He also noted that the center provides parental and postnatal physiotherapy services, along with care for individuals who have experienced accidents or suffer from other physical trauma. Dr. Ndayishimiye also pointed out some challenges, particularly the fact that many patients arrive in very advanced stages of illness. In this regard, he offered some advice, such as engaging in regular physical activity to prevent rather than cure. He further encouraged the relevant authorities to support the establishment of similar centers across the country. On this occasion, the center invited specialists in manual therapy and emotional aid, Veronique, to train the staff and assist the patients. Founded in 2019, the center celebrated today the World Physiotherapy Day, which also marked its 60th anniversary of existence.
The mining sector must contribute significantly to the country's economic growth. These were the words of the Hassan Kibeya, the minister in charge of mines, during a meeting with the representatives of all cooperatives operating in the mining sector. The purpose of the meeting was to assess the progress made in increasing mining copper sector. Some households in Burundi affected by infertility report frequently discriminated against or marginalized by those around them and even by the members of their own families. They say they are not regarded as couples in the same way as others. In fact, the national TV met with several couples who are victims of this infertility. They're asking for the support to help them to cope with the situation. Fabien Nyonizigie.
This couple habitates in Mirango Kota, Kamenge locality. 11 years already passed after a union, but without having a child. They indicate some challenges of people in such a situation. Agrippine Horizana told that women with infertility are exposed to various difficulties affecting not only the individuals involved but also their relationship, social interactions, and the roles within their community. Remy Habonimana says that they are discriminated to participate to social events like other couples. For him, Jean-Marie Ntahonghuriye, living at Uwinterekwa in Gihosha zone, the couple is totalizing 16 years without having a child, says that they are also discriminated by neighbors. The association in charge of families affected by infertility gathers more than 150 members, stresses on the challenges affected by the victims of the infertility, like teachers who are ill-treated in their daily work, accusing them that they can't be good teachers or parents without having children in their homes. Others are ill-treated by their husbands. For all those challenges, Sanzimhundu Nadine, a psychologist, states that families living with infertility face a range of emotional, social, financial, and medical challenges. She advises parents who got a chance to have children not to discriminate such families living with infertility. Nadine Sanzi Mundu also emphasized that with this situation in the family, communication is very important, saying that the couple has to understand the situation in which they are. Whereas the Burundian First Lady Angeline Ndayishimiye supported such families living with infertility by providing them modern techniques like in vitro. Those families requested financial support in order to have access to this treatment.
As you are already aware, every Monday we take you through the sports news of the previous week. Today we take you a look back at the training sessions carried out by the national amputee football team as part of their preparation for the regional tournament that kicked off this Monday. In basketball, we also revisit the highlights of the final match of the provincial championship in Gitega. We all the details of this element to our colleague Jiva Ndayishimiye.
Begin the sport news of the last week with the training session of the national amputee football team held this Saturday in preparation for the regional tournament that kicked off this Monday. This competition brings together 6 national teams: Burundi, the Democratic Republic of Congo, Tanzania, Uganda, Kenya and Zambia. Patrick Ngoga, president of the Burundian Amputee Football Federation, stated that this is an important major step for Burundi, which is hosting this tournament for the very first time. He emphasized that sport for people with disabilities were not yet known in the country, but today, thanks to the support of the Burundian government, even a child living with a disability can practice a sport, something that was not always the case. For his part, the Secretary General of the East and Central Africa Amputee Football Federation pointed out that this opportunity given to Burundi to host the tournament will allow the country to gain more visibility and to make progress in this discipline. Still in sports, this Sunday, the final match of the Provincial Basketball Championship of Gitega was played. It opposed Amikar Basketball ABC from Bujumbura in black and white against the Zipo of Gitega. At half-time, the Ipos were reading 32.227, but in the second half, ABC turned things around and won with a final score of 82-260. The Bujumbura teams thus won the final and received a trophy along with an envelope of 1 million Burundian francs. As for the Zipo, they received 750,000 Burundian francs and a basketball. Eme Mawenimana, president of the Gitega Basketball Association, praised the development of the sport and promised the upcoming installation of floodlights to allow matches to be played in the evening.
Yes, it's by here we wrap up our news edition, and we are extremely sorry for the inconvenience occurred. Thank you for being with us. Bye-bye.